Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Beverly High School for an exciting boys soccer matchup here between the Peabody Tanners and the Beverly High School Panthers. My name is Evan Alfano. I'll have the call for you this afternoon. Exciting game, both sides. Beverly coming off a 1-1 tie with Masconomet last week. I was able to call that game on Friday afternoon. A very exciting match between both sides. Beverly getting a goal late to tie the game and finish with the draw. And they're going to be looking for more here this afternoon against a Peabody side. Both teams just excited to be out here late in the season, getting some games in. As Teo Burbick will stand over the ball for Beverly to get us underway. Beverly entering that Masconomet match, had nothing but victories on this home field, so try to get back to their winning ways this afternoon. We are underway as Braganca now in the midfield. Turned over, Visnik gets a foot to it. Braganca leaves it for Marshall. Now Braganca right in midfield. Wide trying to find Burbick up. That'll eventually roll past the goal and out of play. That's going to be a goal kick. It's Joey Swanton in goal today for Peabody. That's played over to Nicholas Sequeira. Now it's deflected on goal. Takes a tough bounce. Swan tracks it down. That ball, some wicked side spin in the box. Now switching the field was Ramon Falcao. Carson Breen plays it forwards. No one there, so it'll go back to Peabody. Again, Beverly looking to get back to the winning ways after a good performance really from both sides against Masconomet, ending with a 1-1 draw. Peabody is trying to gain some possession in their defensive half. Michael Balk there switching the fields. That's Fox who clears it to midfield. Now Braganca. Nice through ball for Lee, but Swan there to scoop it up. Braganca so good in that midfield, able to set up his teammates for scoring opportunities. One of the best assist men in the conference. That ball deflected. Buttersville kind of steps over it. Now possession. It's Kyle Joyce, captain for Peabody. Ball played out wide to Nicholas Sequeira. Now Visnik skies it back to midfield. Whistle blows going against Beverly. Bjorn Schurter, another captain. Kyle LeBau now plays it forwards. Cut out nice though by Justin Butters. Plays it to Johnstone. Now Braganca. Nice cut to his right. Nick Braganca still going. Actually knocked out of play. Good aggressive defending by Shurda. But it was a bit too aggressive, so foul goes against him. William Johnstone for a moment stood over it. Teo Burbick now will do the honors. Again, can't put it on frame from this distance. Sends a cross in, that'll get to Braganca. Nick Braganca now, that shot's blocked. Johnstone's shot also blocked out of play. But that'll actually end up being a goal kick. That just lost by the defender there, Shurda. Maybe took a tough bounce for him, ended up being out of play, so a dangerous opportunity here for the Panthers. Whistle blown. I believe the ball wasn't allowed to leave the ground, and it did there, so it's going to be possession for Peabody. Biona Conti would crossed it. Beverly does get possession here. A little miscommunication. And ball crossed in. Whistle blows again. That ball crossing. Third try, but Joyce able to get to it. Again, the Panthers with the majority of possession here in the early going. Peabody really on their back foot. And again, we have a stoppage of play at another kicking. Again, no throw-ins allowed this season. So both teams having to kick it in. It's been a bit challenging here for both sides in the early going. Bit of a whiff there, so that's going to go to Beverly. Ramon Falcao just putting his hand up saying, my bad. Kind of deflected off his foot. Ball crossed in, and it's eventually knocked away by Peabody. Good work by Ian Visnick. Battistelli now. Eventually Peabody comes away with it. They're going to switch the fields to Bjorn Shurda. Good ball forward to Labau. Will give and go. Eventually it's going to go off of Peabody, out of play. Look at Labau, got the last touch. That's sent forward towards Burbick. Now Braganca. That's eventually blasted away forwards. Really the most attacking play we've seen from Peabody so far. These last couple moments. Nothing really challenging for Beverly. Now it's Burbick. Teo Burbick, his shot. That's going to be off the side of the net. First shot we've seen from either side today. Again, majority of possession to the Panthers, but hasn't really resulted much offense quite yet. Good work. Biona Conti there stepping up. Now Marshall Lee curls across and deflected away. Now ball sent forward. It's going to get to the foot of Labau. Conti stepping up. Good work to get possession. But battling right there. Victor Maciel from distance. Good aggressive defending up front from Maciel to get possession. Fire the shot that no problem for Nicholas Gribbins. Called upon for his first time today. John D'Oliva, the defender, plays it all the way back to his keeper Swanton, who knocks it forward. Out of play, possession. That's going to be up Conti last. Substitution will be made. That's D'Oliva, who will check out for Peabody. Nicholas Soper will check in. Soper now on the ball. Little loose pass, or Lee got a touch to it. Couple players go down. And that's going to be a foul. I think at first they thought it was going to go against Beverly, but it actually ended up in their favor. Whistles blow again. Ball was kicked too early. And officials using, I guess we'll call them handheld whistles, so they're able to keep their masks on. They're not using them to actually blow, and they're a lot quieter than what a usual whistle would be. So we've already seen some confusion in the early going. Players not able to hear the whistle. Teo Burbick now. Bisnick plays it out wide. Now Burbick out to Conti. Eventually gets to Swan. Peabody keeper has touched it a few times, only the one shot. Now Visnick. Nice work defensively. Pretty evenly matched game so far. Slight advantage of possession for Beverly. But hasn't done much shooting the ball quite yet. Peabody still working to try to get something going offensively themselves. Now Braganca cuts past a couple guys. He goes down, but nothing illegal there, says the officials. And that's going to be handball against the Panthers. Peabody working quickly. Smart thing to try to catch the defense of Beverly off guard. Now loose pass. Braganca cuts it out. Carson Breen will send it forwards. That's going to fall to Burbick. Teo Burbick on the ball. Great save by Swanton. Joey Swan, the keeper, the last ditch effort dive there on the ball, and was able to get enough on it. Best chance so far today for either side. ACL knocks it forward right to Beverly defender. Visnick plays it for Braganca. Sent towards Marshall Lee, but it's knocked away by defensive Peabody. Fox steps forward, gets a foot to it. And William Johnstone. Ball towards Burbick. He knew he was offsides. Put his hands up there, didn't bother to go after it. Ball took a deflection on the way forward. That's what kind of caught him offsides. Now out wide it comes. Sherda. LeBow. ACL plays it back to Falcao. Good bit of possession here for Peabody. Now Beverly gets it back. Nick Berganca. Now Johnstone, he goes down. Whistle will go, that's going to be a foul. Bit too aggressive defensively was LeBow. Wasn't pleased with the call. And now play is stopped. And whistles continue to blow. You've had a lot of trouble today getting balls back in possession. ACL doing a little too much talking there to the official. He just comes over, has a word with him, back underway. Marshall Lee finds Visnick at midfield, some space. Switches fields now. Breen plays it forward. Couldn't get it to Teo Berbick. And a lot of whistles today in terms of just trying to get the ball in play. As Marshall Lee checks out for Beverly. Looks to be Andrew Schweizer who's come in. Back to Swan, gets it out. Fresh leg to Schweizer trying to chase down that loose ball. The ball sent forward to Kyle Joyce. Joyce switches fields. It's a nice ball there. Nice work defensively there by Breen to cut out that give and go pass. Ball again deflected out of play. Peabody with just a one shot from Victor Maciel. That was from distance. Didn't cause the keeper Gribbins really any trouble at all. But a chance here. Ball crossed in near post. Right to Gribbins, who snags it out of the air. Good idea though from Peabody. And that's going to be against Teo Berbick, so ball to Peabody. Again, just like being unable to use hands for throw-ins, you cannot use heads at all, which has made it challenging for teams to score, because that's really the main way to score off a dangerous free kick, potentially crossing the box, corner kicks. The head's really the first thing players look for to score, but when they're unable to do so, offense have to really change it up, trying to find ways to get the ball in the net. Now Berbick plays it forward for Schweizer, trying to chase that down, but that's the defender, Nicholas Soper, who plays it back to Swanton. Teo Berbick now plays it out wide. Trying to get past defender, and too aggressive, foul goal against him. Good work from Bjorn Scherda, the captain. Switching the fields, that was Falcao. Whistle's going to blow. That'll be the end of the first quarter. So it's very back and forth quarter. Majority of the possession coming to the Beverly Panthers. But neither side able to find it back to net. Not many shots at all from either side. Gribbins had a couple of touches. Nothing that was too dangerous for him, and for Swan, nothing dangerous on frame. Except for there was the one mini breakaway for Teo Burbick that Swan came out and stopped. That was really the only threatening opportunity that either side had in this opening quarter. So the score after one, Beverly 0, Peabody 0. Expect a good defensive battle as this game wears on here this afternoon. Sun's starting to set. You usually have some problems with lighting in the last few minutes of the game. We'll see if that comes into effect, especially with goalkeepers. It'll be tricky to track the ball when it gets darker. As Gribbins was the one that was facing the sun in the first quarter, but again, didn't really have many shots on him, so that wasn't really a big factor. So entering quarter number 2, it'll be Swanton for Peabody, who will be on the side of the field facing the sun. So interesting to see if that will have any effect at all, as the sun's just on top of the trees right now. By halftime, shouldn't really be a big factor. Another interesting thing about this game, a lot of whistles being blown, not in terms of fouls, but just getting play underway. Just some miscommunications with the officials and the teams on whose ball it is and when it's okay to get the play underway. Again, with different rules, that's expected to happen. Different whistles, already talked about that, how they're quieter. Of course, different rules, not being able to throw the ball in, not being able to use your head. Definitely a big adjustment for all the teams, all the players, all the officials. Myself, really anybody involved, it's a change, but I think for both teams, just the excitement of being able to be out on the field and playing. Back in the summer, it was so uncertain if teams would be able to compete this fall. So no matter what the rules are, just so exciting for everybody, all the players, to be able to be out here and competing against other players. And so it actually looks like they're not going to switch sides of the field for the second quarter. They're going to stay. Oh no, now the official's motioning for it. I believe between quarters, teams switch. I thought I saw an official motion for it, but I don't. Getting a little more confusion. And now we're going to stay on the same side, so Beverly will continue going left to right here, so Gribbins will stay in the sun for quarter number 2. And right now he's got his hand up shielding it. We'll see if that has any effect. But there was not much offense from Peabody in that first quarter. The Battistelli loses possession. Maciel now. Nice run by him. Plays it forward. And that's going to be offsides. It's a nice run, Victor Maciel, but Kyle Joyce was behind Beverly's back line. So flagger, in this case, official's hand goes up. Fox sends it forward. Burbick able to deflect it in the direction of Schweizer. Got Conti, that's going to go off his foot out of play. Good work defensively, though, had a good idea. Able to cut in front of that pass, just tough deflection. And Maciel, good work from Visnik. Victor Maciel, much better offensively here from Peabody to start the second quarter. Visnik with his left foot, not what he wanted. LaBelle able to take it away. Trying to keep possession, but that ball is going to get away from him out of play. Carson Breen able to find Berbick. Tail Berbick looking for Schweizer. He'll get to it. Staying to his right, cuts back, looks for options, finds Braganca. And Swan, again, a deflection, is able to scoop it up. Andrew Schweizer, I would say, is the fastest player on the field for either side, and just good chance Beverly to use his speed to send that through ball, let him go chase after. He's able to get there. Now Carson Breen from distance. That's going to go wide of that far post. Solid play there from Beverly. Now LeBow. Nice work by Butters defensively. He's able to keep possession. LeBow plays it out wide. Beverly now gets possession. Out of bounds. Ball sent forward right to a Peabody defender. Mercier misses on it. Bruno Correa was up there offensively for Peabody, but eventually knocked out of play. Garbick now stepping up defensively. That will go out of play. Definitely seen some good aggressive defending from both sides. And it is shown on the scoreline as we remain goalless, 0-0. Falcao switching fields. Henry Mercier now, he's got some space to work with. Cuts to his right, up for Schweizer, he'll get there. His shot gets to a defender who has to clear quickly. Ball's in a dangerous area. Harrison Fisher, Visnick steps up, takes it away. Now Mercier. Through ball, trying to find Schweizer. That's a great ball, but Swan there to it first. Maybe a bit too much pace, but it was a nicely placed ball right through a couple of defenders by Mercier. Now LeBow. Gets to it again. Now Correa. Deflect of Braganca right to Berbick. Till Berbick keeps possession. Good slide tackle. Mercier plays it forward. It's going to be offsides. That was Braganca, far side of the field. Made his run a bit too early. ACL now, plays it back. Falcao. Much better possession-wise this second quarter for Peabody, but again, they just haven't been able to get past the last defense lines for Beverly and on goal. Battistelli steps up, got a foot to it, and again, trying to keep it in play on the far side, unable to do so. Good work, though, defensively. Sun continues to be in a tough spot for Gribbins, but again, he hasn't really faced much so far from Peabody. So that hasn't really come into play yet. That ball spinning and out of play. Some substitutions made. Battistelli checks out. Correa, Labau also coming out for Peabody. Nicholas Requera back in for the Tanners. Now Visnick gets out wide to Breen, who worked defensively. Now Joyce gets to Sequeira. Back to Falcao. Again, some good possession here. Plays it for Maciel. Through ball. Deflects it away. Now Butters trying to get to it. Oh, that's going to go out of play. Defended nicely in the end by Falcao. Ball takes deflection. It's a through ball attempt again. Just towards Schweizer. Jared Gilligan trying to get up offensively for Beverly. Ball falls to Mercier. The ball towards Joyce. Good work by Fiona Conti. Whistle blows again. Looks like I think the ball was kicked in too early. Now Gilligan battling defensively. It has been a very tightly, evenly matched first half. Possession really close to, I'd say, 50-50 in this game. Both sides not getting many chances. Taylor Burbick having the best opportunity in that first quarter that Swan able to cut out. Now Mercier plays it forward. I think Schweizer hesitated for a second, so Swan able to get to it. They're playing back. There's Shurda. You want Shurda now. Peabody working out of the back, trying to switch the field to Sequeira. Mercier gets to it. Now Joyce.
Henry, take your shot. Orange ball, orange, go. Down. Through the hole.
Official having Joyce back up. It's got to be 10 feet from the ball.
Turn it. Push it back. Out.
Butters trying to find Fiona Conti, able to do so.
Go, Orange. Nick, stay with him.
Now played back by Falcao. Now played up by Shurda, sent away by the defense of Beverly. Beverly defense continue to not allow much of anything for Peabody so far in this first half. This game has started very similarly to the one on Friday against Masconomet. Bow now gets to Joyce, his shot. That's going to be picked up by Gribbins. Butters yelling out some instructions for his team in front of him defensively. First save in a while for Nick Gribbins. That's going to be deflected off of Joyce, last out of play. Mercier finds Visnick, plays it back. And Akani sends it forward, looking for Schweizer. Skying up for that was Soper with the head. Jared Gilligan battling. And whistle's going to blow. And that's going to go against Gilligan. Ball might have actually gone out of play. Bow is open in front of us. He gets the ball now. Braganca hustling back defensively. Swan gets it. Again, you can't pick up a ball when it's passed back to you by a foot of your own player. So Swan there having to play with his feet. Schweizer now will check out of the game. Marshall Lee is back in. Theo Burbick is also back for Jared Gilligan. Now Braganca cuts it back. Low ball takes a deflection. And that'll go out of play, I believe, to Peabody. And there's the whistle blowing again on the kick-in chance. Good work here from Peabody to switch the fields. Bow now, Mercier coming up defensively. The Maradona move attempted. Marshall Lee defending well. And trying to keep it in play. And able to do so right in the corner for Shurda. And eventually is able to win a goal kick. Fiona Conti will now check out of the game, so Carson Breen will switch sides of the field. Ball now sent forwards. Visnick able to find Mercier. Maciel now. Over to Kyle Joyce. Breen blocks it. Maciel, he's in. That's the first goal of the game. How about this? Victor Maciel gets through the defense and rips it past Gribbins. And Peabody takes the 1-0 lead. Talked about how Peabody hasn't had many shots in this first half. That was by far their best chance, and ACL was just a sophomore. Had nobody in front of him but the keeper, and was able to beat Gribbins. And Beverly now playing behind. Lee couldn't control the ball. Went out of play. Falcano will play it back to another one of the captains, Nicholas Ablone. Twisting ball to Falcao, gets past him. Battistelli keeps in for Marshall Lee. Back to keeper Swanton, who scoops that up. Now loose pass gets to Battistelli. Gets past Lee. And whistle blows, and that's going to be possession to Beverly. I think the foul going against Lobau. Carson Breen will take the free kick. Curls in, it's off the foot. The defender out of play. That was Sabaloni, got a foot to it. Now Breen, one touch to Bettistelli. Looks around, cuts it back. Now Lee tries to get it quickly to Breen, unable to do so. Falcao blasts on the other side of the field. Tricky ball. And I believe that's going to conclude the first half, and it will. So very evenly matched opening 40 minutes. But it's Peabody on a goal from Victor Maciel very late in that second quarter. And really was only their, I believe, their third shot of the half. And that's the only goal so far in this game. Your score at halftime, Peabody 1, Beverly 0. We'll be right back for half number 2.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Got a quarter?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Everything starts out small. The things that hurt us, they all start from somewhere. The words we say, the things we do, they can grow into something else. What was small and innocent can become big and sometimes scary. All it takes is one comment, one picture, one video for something to catch fire. But a big problem doesn't need a big response. Not at first. Even if we don't know what to say, the eye emoji can be that first step we take. Let's all pledge to take that first small step together and change the world in a big way. I'm a witness, and so are you.
here for half number 2 between Peabody and Beverly. My name's Evan Alfaro. Peabody with the only goal of this game late in that second quarter. And a goal from sophomore Victor Maciel. Beverly playing from behind, something they don't do very often on this field. Now Braganca. Nick Braganca gets by a couple defenders. And quickly shot from distance. Teo Burbick. Trying to catch, saw enough guard there. So a good start for the Panthers. Wasting no time getting a shot off. Marshall Lee right in the corner. And there's going to be a goal kick in the end out of play. Can already see the solid start for Beverly. Definitely couldn't be pleased. Coach De Leon in the huddle at halftime. This team down a goal. But a good chance to talk it out and see what they come up with. Fishing the field trying to find Nicholas Aquera. That will roll out of play. Defended by Max Hemsey. And Hemsey will be the one to get it back in play. He'll do so to Visnick. Good start in quarter number 3 for the Beverly Panthers. We have now switched sides. Beverly now going right to left. Sun no longer a factor that's set behind the trees. Aquera gets to Falcao. Again, two very evenly matched teams here this afternoon. Hemsey steps up, knocks it away. Right to Visnick. That's a nice ball forward. That's going to roll out of play. Good work defensively. That was Sabloni. Now Visnick. Wide to Hemsey. Gets it forward. Ethan Charisse was there. Now Visnick trying to find Burbick. It's a nice ball, but it's blocked away. Little thumbs up there from Burbick. It's a good idea for me and Visnick. That gets it right back to him. Good hustle defensively there from Burbick. It's knocked out of play. Beverly just trying to raise the energy level here in the second half, trailing by a goal. They've had some good opportunities, including that breakaway from Burbick late in the first quarter, but couldn't convert. Now Fox steps forward, hits up to Braganca, battling. Now Visnick in midfield. Burbick has just not had much space to work. Got 10 players back, or 9 players back for Peabody. Just the one striker. It's Joyce up the field. Got 9 guys dropping back defensively for Peabody, and that's made it very difficult for Beverly to get much going offensively. Teo Burbick, Nick Braganca, they've tried to navigate offensively, but just so many white jerseys. Now Braganca to his left. Able to get the ball into the corner. Goes to his left. Braganca still on the ball. Cuts it back. Ball right to Swanton. Joquera now into the midfield. Goal scorer Maciel plays it back. Now Falcao had some time on the ball. Plays over to Tyler Sermon. Now Falcao again. Good possession play here from defensive Peabody. ACL now gets past Visnick, with Breen able to get a foot to it. So Quera now comes down with it. ACL will knock it forward. Schurter trying to make a run against Breen. Breen just knocks out a play. Defense of Peabody has been very good all game. Weathered a little bit of an early storm from Beverly in his third quarter. Beverly, a team that can score goals in bunches. Unable to do so thus far. Now Burbick playing it forward. Braganca trying to get there, but Swan comes out. Now Joyce. Nice ball forward. Good work from Breen to get a foot to it. Trying to keep it in play, unable to do so was Sermon. Good hustle there, but just out of play it goes. Played forward by Johnstone. Battistelli now. There's good passing here from Beverly. Braganca cuts to his right. And he'll go down. Whistle will blow. Foul against Bjorn Schurter. Player down for Peabody. Get a quick stoppage of play here. Players up. It's Falcao. He'll be helped off the field for Peabody. Again, this is a free kick opportunity for Beverly. Very good opportunity to try to get something going offensively and find a tying goal. Again, clock stopped here for an injury. So this is not time that Beverly loses. But definitely a couple extra seconds to figure out what they want to do here. Again, looks to be 8 guys in the box defensively for Peabody. Teo Burbick is going to take it. He had one earlier in this game, about from the same distance. Head towards the back post for Braganca. Over everybody's head. Braganca, they're going to track it down in the corner. Hemsey now gets to Braganca. Nick Braganca, shot near post. Not a bad chance there. Really against 3 defenders. Not the shot off, and Swan having to dive to his right just to push it wide. Couldn't tell from my angle if that was going to be on goal or off the post, but either way, Swan playing it safe, going down, knocking it away. Now Burbick, that's blasted away, but to Breen. Battistelli now. And eventually Peabody takes care of that, knocks it away. Carson Breen's now going to come out. Henry Bell, wearing 16, checks in. Now Visnik. She's deflected. Burbick trying to track it down. Back to work is Peabody. That's deflected away. Out of play, so Peabody keeps possession. Correa gets it past Braganca. Burbick steps up to it, still loose. ACL to get it out wide. Marshall Lee battling defensively. Ball sent out wide. He steps up, he gets possession. Gets to Burbick. Finds Visnik open space in the midfield. He'll play it out wide to Bell. Visnik out wide. Actually, Burbick. Burbick trying to find Marshall Lee. Lee gets to it. Lee a chance, and that's past everyone. Yeah, Teo Burbick right on that far post, but just past him. That's going to head out of play. I believe it's going to be a corner kick, and it will be. The most dangerous opportunity we've seen from the Panthers this quarter. Burbick plays it in. Hemsey back to Burbick, and that's deflected away. That's going to head out of play. Hemsey fires. That's blocked out of play. So this won't be a corner. It's a kick in, but right in that corner. Essentially, because it's not a throw-in, you could basically categorize this as a corner kick. That's lofted, and Swan able to jump up and grab that. Almost looked at first that Swan had misjudged that. It was going to head over his head, but able to get up high enough and get to it. Visnik plays out wide to Bell. Marshall Lee now. Some good possession the last couple of minutes for Beverly. Visnik curls it forward into the box. The Swan gets to it. Now it's Joyce, one of the captains for Peabody. Joyce will play it into Correa. Back to Joyce. Burbick just lunged and got a foot to it to get Beverly possession. Visnick's pass goes Orion back to Peabody. Got a bit sloppy this afternoon from the Panthers thus far. You definitely see some visible frustration. Joyce trying to keep it in play, can't do so. Visnick ball forward, sent away by Zabloni. Now sure, I got a foot to it. Now Correa. Battistelli doing good work defensively. Bruno Correa plays it forward. Good work defensively from Fox there to knock it out of play. And that ball sent right on goal, and Gribbins an easy save. Not a bad effort though from distance, right off that kick-in. Punked that short. Hemsey stepped up, it was deflected back all the way to Fox. And I believe that's going to be a corner. It will be a bit of a confusion. Fox thought it was off of the Peabody defender who just kicked it up the field, but it had actually been deflected, I think, by Barbic. Fox didn't see that, so he let it roll out of play, and that's going to end up being a corner. Plays it short to Joyce. He'll curl it in. That's a great effort from distance there. Gribbins jumps up, make the save. Throws out to Bell. Out of play, Beverly with possession over to Visnick. Plays it low to Hemsey. He's got a little bit of space to work with. Forward to Burbick, and a lot of white jerseys. It's deflected. Prokonka trying to battle through. And actually knocked out of play by Tyler Sermon. So kicking deep in the attacking half for Beverly. Now Hemsey plays it. Barbic some space in the box, low cross. Right into the waiting arms of Swanton. Send that forward. That's going to end up being out of play. Possession right back to Beverly. He's plays it out wide to Fox. Now Hemsey. To the middle, nobody there. Joyce up front trying to make a run. Plays it short instead to Fisher. Correa's going to try to make that ball. Able to do so. Good work from the defense of Beverly. ACL, the only goal of the game. Ball played back. Sermon, bit of a loose touch. Hemsey on the ball. Now a chance from distance, low ball. Diving to the right. There's Gribbins, stays in. That's blast off the side netting. Not a bad ball played for Joyce. was able to fire a good save. Diving to the right was Gribbins. And in the end, off the side net, so goal kick. And that goal kick will be the last play of the third quarter. So a lot of what we saw in the opening quarter, we see in the third quarter. A lot of defense from both sides. Couple of chances here and there. But no goals in quarter number 3, and the score remains Peabody 1, Beverly 0, as we prepare to enter the final quarter of the game. Peabody are seeing consistently about 9 players back. The junior Kyle Joyce really roaming up front as the main striker. With all those white jerseys back, it's been really difficult for Beverly, Teo Burbick, Nick Bragaca to really do much offensively. They get a touch on the ball, and there's 2 white jerseys on top of them, so it's been tricky for them to get much going so far in this game, and they're going to have to try to solve that puzzle with just 20 minutes to go. Very entertaining contest this afternoon. Again, the boys are right back at it tomorrow, as they will host Marblehead right here again at 3:30. So a quick turnaround. It'll be 3 games in the last 3 school days for Beverly. Again, they played Masconomet on Friday, tying 1-1. We're playing Peabody right now. And then Marblehead tomorrow afternoon. Beverly looking to get back in the win column after the draw on Friday. That was a great game. Both teams battling to the last whistle. And that's exactly what I expect will happen in the final 20 here today. As Peabody breaks their huddle, they're excited knowing they're 20 minutes away from a road win. Coach DeLeon giving the final instructions to his team. Last chance he can do so in this game, as Beverly pushes for at least a draw and try to get a second to get the game winner. It's going to be, I believe, Beverly will, yeah, they'll start possession. It'll be Bragaca right at midfield. Now Hemsey, that pass gets away from him. So a quick turnover in the defensive half for Beverly. Talked about it's been a bit sloppy today passing, and shows right there. Ball played back to Swanton. Bragaca trying to get their ball just away. But they're going to have to be very aggressive here offensively in this final quarter. They try to salvage something from this game. They trail just by 1 goal. Battistelli was taken away from him. And Joyce, with that 1 striker up front on the ball, taken away from him. Carson Green trying to track it down. It's played out wide. Off Hemsey will stay in play. He's against Harrison Fisher on this near side. Ball trying to come down to Bragaca. It's a tough ball to control. That's off Hemsey. Yep. That's played back. Serving to the midfield. ACL plays it back. Bit of a miss it, able to keep it possession. Now, oh, wide, that's going to go out of play. Good work by Jordan Humdy up front now for Beverly. Seeing Carson Breen more of a midfield role now in this fourth quarter. Gets to it, plays up to Humdy. Now Braganca. Some fresh legs up front. Jordan Humdy's going to go on a play.
Let's go.
Now Braganca. Battling against Harrison Fisher. Gets a low cross and it's deflected. Now Visnick. Battistelli kind of went through his legs there and it's deflected away. Now played up to Fisher. He gets it to Joyce. A ball played Humby. Good work defensively stepping up. Sermon. Visnick in the midfield. Good ball forward. Battistelli. He's dispossessed. Bit more possession in the early goal in this quarter for Beverly. Defense remains tough though from Peabody. Breen gets a foot to that again, more of a midfield role for him now. Braganca. He goes down, that's going to be a foul. It was Michael Balk there who committed the foul. Again, Braganca so crafty in the ball. Able to weave around a couple defenders before being tripped up. So this is the third time today we've seen a dangerous free kick. It's Carson Breen and Teo Burbick who will discuss maybe a short ball. But Breen now heads towards the box. Burbick will be by himself to take it. He's going to fire from distance. That was spinning, but Swan able to get to it. Ball spinning from the left to the right of the keeper. Swanton had to adjust his hands to make that save. Good shot though from Burbick from long range. First couple times he had crossed in, that time he decided to let it go. Bell to play it in. Burbick on a box out to keep possession, does so. Now Braganca to his left, plays to Breen, his one-time effort. Ball just under his foot. That's great hustle to get back. It was Breen. That's going to be knocked out of play. Hemsey crossed that towards the far post. One-time effort there, keeps a couple bounces. And was Visnick. But no problem for Swanton. Continues to get dark. Could be tricky for goalkeepers. This type of daylight. Definitely trying to capitalize potentially on that. Hemsey. Will end up out of play. Couple substitutions for Peabody. Harrison Fisher, one of those players to be subbed out. That's Nicholas Zuquera who's back in. Zuquera now trying to get that against Hemsey. He will. Nice move there to keep possession. Able to switch fields with it. That's Joyce. Blocked away. Now Visnick forward. Braganca trying to get to that. He will. 1-on-2. Keeps possession. Still on the ball. Eventually he goes down.
You can't slide tackle. Let's go left. You can't slide.
Eventually it's quickly kicked in. Beverly got a lot of possession here. Now it's Hemsey. Now Breen. Looks for option, plays it out wide. It's Teo Burbick. Burbick to his left. How wide that goes. That was Humby in the box. That's eventually cleared away. Fox, so good work to keep it in. Sends it towards Bergaka. That's going to get to him. A lot of play. Peabody looking for the offsides. I don't know if it was given, but either way, it's going to be Peabody possession. It'll be a goal kick. That's blast away to midfield. And a lot of possession in this fourth quarter to Beverly. They are pressing, knowing they're trailed by a goal, and they need one in this quarter. Strong defense there from Bergaka. Couple players down. Whistle will blow. It's a foul. I believe that was Michael Balk, 28, who committed the foul. Bergaka again was the one that was on the ground. He will stand over this free kick. A player of his caliber could decide to shoot it from distance. Official gonna have to step in here to push back the Peabody defense. Got to be 10 feet away. We'll see what Bergaka does. He will fire it low and just past the post. One diving to his right. He might have gotten a fingertip of that. It will be a corner kick. Beverly going to work quickly. Nicholas Fox now is going to step up into the box. Probably the tallest player on the field. Now Burbick gets the cross to that far post. Loose in the box. That's skied high in the air, but not very far. Bell now puts it into the box. Again, good defense from Peabody. That's Joyce up front. He's got a couple players working with him. A little scissor move, but good defense. Ball takes a deflection out of play, and I believe that's going to end up being a corner kick for Peabody. Tanner's obviously not going to work this too quickly. Going to try to take as much time as they can off the clock with the 1-goal lead. It's getting very difficult now to see for everyone as it just keeps getting darker. That's the problem you have in the month of November. Again, usually this late in the year, you're not playing much soccer. We're down to usually the state tournaments.
I'm fine. I just talked back to him.
Now Peabody in midfield has possession. Played out wide, Sermon now. Good work by Fox defensively. Humby trying to keep possession, unable to do so. Just a fantastic game plan executed defensively by Peabody here this afternoon. Gets a good offensive Beverly team. Now ball sent. Knocked away and eventually cleared. Now Bergaka, it's a nice ball forward, trying to get there as Humby. It's eventually knocked away. It's good hustle. That was Tyler Sermon. Bianaconti will put it into play. Brigaka holds the ball, looks for options. We actually get a free kick now. Launch that towards the back post. That's going to roll over everybody. Well, I believe actually whistle blew, so he's going to take that again. Again, these whistles are very tough to hear. Not being able to use an actual whistle, kind of a handheld whistle, we'll call it. Now Brigaka, that's right on frame. He was not happy with himself there. It's right at Swanton. Peter bench saying to take your time to Swanton there. No need to rush. Ball deflected forward but cleared. Again, Peabody just going to sit back and do what they can to just keep the ball out of their defensive half. Sermon looks around, he'll play it back. Carson bringing a foot to it. And he will win a foul, or he'll be fouled when possession, but they're not going to be able to take that free kick. And the final whistle will blow, and Peabody will take the victory. Again, a great defensive battle today. Just the one goal late in that second quarter by Victor Maciel, and that will be it. Peabody just great defensively from start to finish. Just needed that one goal, and they got it. And a disappointing finish to this one for the Beverly Panthers. Again, Beverly, though, will be right back to work tomorrow afternoon against Marblehead as they suffer their first home loss of the season. Again, the only goal from Victor Maciel, and a good performance for Peabody. I'm Evan Alfano for everyone here at BevCam saying so long from Beverly High School. Your final score this afternoon, Peabody 1 and Beverly 0.